What's up, everybody? Welcome to week 2 of your game design class. This week, we're going to kind of start getting into the real meat and potatoes of the class. And to do that, the first thing you've got to do is install Unity 3D on your computers. Now, those of you that have taken classes from me before don't have to worry about this because you should already have Unity unless you got a new computer or something. Congratulations if you did. To add Unity 3D to your computer, you're going to need to go to the Unity 3D website. And it looks like this when you get there now. Wow, that's exciting. They always have a really cool splash page on their website. And anything, of course, that you see at the unity3d.com, and you can see the URL is right there, unity3d.com. All you got to do is go to that web address, and you're going to need to go ahead and get Unity. Okay, so I'll click on Unity right here. Okay, you're going to want the personal edition of Unity. It's free. So you click on that, and then you'll pop over here, and you can go ahead and download and follow the instructions for installation. You're going to need to create a Unity 3D account, Unity ID. So you'll just click over here and create a Unity ID, and follow all the instructions for getting Unity installed on your computer. If you have difficulty figuring out how to get Unity installed, just shoot me an email and I'll work through it with you. But really, this is sort of a following directions sort of assignment, okay? It's step-by-step sort of thing. If you're going to make video games, you're going to have to use software, and if you're going to use software, you're going to have to kind of develop the skills to follow instructions and do what we call metacognitive skills, which is learning about learning. You're going to have to figure out how to install some of this stuff, figure out how to make this stuff work. And of course, Unity wants people to use their software, so they do two things. They let you have it for free, and that's unless you make $100,000, then they start taking a percentage of your profits. So let's hope somebody finally gets to that point. But they're going to give it to you for free, and they're going to make it pretty easy to install as long as you got the hardware that you need. And it's not really over the top. You can certainly go to the FAQ and learn more about what you need to install Unity if you're not sure about that stuff. Okay, so that's the first thing I want you to do is go ahead and download Unity. So Unity Personal is free, no credit card required, no royalties. You fully own the content you create. Okay, and then down here is a little caveat about if you're making 100K. So then if once you've got it installed on your computer, I want you to go back to unity3d.com. And you're going to click on Learn. Okay, and once you've clicked on Learn, you'll see this is our textbook, people. Okay, the Unity 3D Learn site, that's instead of me making you pay for a textbook, look, this stuff is great. There's tons of stuff in here. There's more stuff in here than we can really cover in class. But once you click on Learn with Unity, I want you to go to the tutorials. Okay, and once you're at the tutorials, those of you that have taken my classes will be familiar with stuff. You've made the rollerball tutorial before, but we are going to make the 2D UFO tutorial. So this is the other beginner tutorial, and it's for 2D games. And so this is a great thing to start off with, and it's also a great way to expand your knowledge. Especially because in my other class we don't really do 2D stuff. So you just click on that tutorial and it'll bring you over to this page, the 2D UFO tutorial. And you can download the assets that you need for it, which are going to be vector art, just all of the different pictures and things that you need to assemble the game. If you were making your own game, you'd have to use Adobe Illustrator or some software like that to make your own assets. But since it's a beginner tutorial, it's going to help out a lot because they've created all of this stuff for you. And then you've got your introduction and setup, and all of the videos are numbered, and you're just going to work your way through the tutorial, okay? So that's going to be due on, let's see, a week from this Friday, which is going to be in February, and that will make it due February 3rd, okay? So you'll create this assignment and turn it in by February 3rd. All of that will be in the assignment under the assignment tag on the sidebar in Blackboard, okay? So that's part one of the assignment. So part one is to install Unity and get to work on the 2D UFO tutorial, okay? Part two this week is I have linked a really cool article from Game Sutra, which is a terrific resource, and it's going to be about what makes a game. Okay, this is actually page 2 of it, so we just go back to the start of it so that you can see what the opening page is. And this is going to describe the difference between a game and a simulation, the difference between a game and a puzzle. Okay, this stuff's really important because a big thing that I think gets past a lot of students that are trying to learn game design, they get sort of mesmerized by the difficulty or the challenge of learning to use a game engine, and they forget that this is a creative endeavor. You know, I think about it a lot. Like, you could think of, there's all these people out there that can play instruments so well, but they have to play from sheet music because they can't write songs. Okay, and writing songs to me is the really hard part. And to me, like, coming up with great games is the really hard part. Not just coming up with an idea for a game, but a fully formed system to create a game is very challenging. And so in order for us to start learning how to do that, we're going to start at the floor and work our way up. And so we're really going to talk about what a game is and what's the difference between a game and a puzzle. What's the difference between a game and a simulation? Okay, Unity is a powerful, powerful tool for making simulations, and you can make an excellent career out of making simulations. And you will, by way of learning to make games, learn to make simulations in this course. But ultimately, our goal is to make you great game designers, okay? So you're going to read this article, and you are going to write a response to me that shows me that you understand the content of the article. And the way that you're going to show me that you understand that content is that you are going to give me an example of a game. You're going to give me an example of a puzzle. You're going to give me an example of a simulation, okay? You're going to give me examples of all of those things, and including, you're also going to give me an example of a contest. And you're going to tell me about the characteristics of those things that makes them what they are. Why is this thing a puzzle and not a game? Why is this thing a simulation and not a puzzle, okay? So you're going to talk to me about what those things are, and you're going to talk to me about them in 200 words or less. It's going to be a Word document, and you're going to upload it to Blackboard. Okay, that's going to be due next Monday we'll make it 5 p.m. And that'll also be on the assignment explanation under the assignment tab in Blackboard on the sidebar, okay? So those are going to be your 2 assignments for this week, or if you count the entirety of the UFO game tutorial, next week and a half, 2 weeks or so. And it's going to get us into a big rolling start. Look, when you are making the games, this is going to be challenging, especially those of you that haven't made anything before, okay? You need to start right away and need to get Unity installed right away. If you can't figure out how to install Unity, you need to shoot me an email right away, okay? And it needs to be a specific email telling me about the difficulties you're having so that I can help walk you through this stuff, okay? So get right to work on that stuff because time will go by quickly. Get these assignments turned into me, and we will be well on our way towards our beginners as game designers.